Hello, beautiful souls. Are you ready? Are you ready for the ride? Come on. Okay, so I'm just going to explain really briefly. So over the next few nights, I'm going to read little snippets from the book, okay? Just little ones. Obviously, I'm not going to read whole chapters because what's the actual point of doing that, right? However, tonight I decided I'm going to read a little bit that I've introduced to the book that the beta readers haven't even read and that I felt was really important for me to add, simply because there is language in here that has, like, it's called Scottish slang, right? And it was my beautiful friend Isa that pointed out that it's quite difficult for someone that's international to really get the gist of what I'm actually trying to say. So it's not terribly bad, but it will help, okay? So I created a glossary, but before the glossary, which is really quite funny, but we're not going to read the glossary because we're going to be here all night if I read the glossary. So what I did before the glossary was I created a guide for the ride. So we're going to read a guide for the ride tonight, which I think is really quite fitting because one, it gives you a little introduction to the book, and two, it kind of gives you an idea of what you're getting yourself into if you actually buy this book or when you actually buy this book. So I had so much fun writing this. I giggled all the way through it because my imagination went wild and I actually saw myself doing this. So we're about to read it. Pull up a pew, grab something to drink, sit down for 5 minutes and let me read a guide for the ride, okay? Right, get ready. Here we go. Ding! Ladies, gentlemen, and glorious misfits, welcome aboard flight Breathe Through Your Arse, non-stop service to absolute chaos with occasional stopovers in tears, trauma, and what the actual fuck just happened. I'm your hostess, Kerry, storyteller, swearer, and occasional public hazard. I'll be your in-flight guide for this journey through my first 21 years of life. If you stay with me through all 4 books, you may even find out the colour of my arsehole. No refunds if you're disappointed. Before we take off, a few safety announcements. Language warning. Scottish slang will be spoken throughout the journey. Please consult your complimentary translation guide below to avoid confusion between bap bread roll and bap boob. Emotional turbulence. Expect sudden drops from laughter into ugly crying. If it gets too much, please place your own oxygen mask, wine glass, on before assisting others. Judgment-free zone. Some passengers, including my father, may not appear in their best light. Please remain seated and keep your arms, legs, and opinions inside the ride at all times. Remember, hurt people, and sometimes themselves. None of us are perfect. We've all got chapters we wouldn't want printed. So before you sharpen your pitchfork, take a breath. This is about my story, not their fill-in edit. Emergency procedure. In the unlikely event of you feeling triggered, simply breathe through your arse, close the book, and take a break. We'll still be here when you return. We'll be cruising at an altitude of what the hell am I reading and landing somewhere between I feel seen and I need a lie down. In-flight drinks menu, because let's be honest, you're gonna need one. House wine comes in red, white, or fuck it to just give me the bottle. Iron Brew, Scotland's fizzy orange hangover cure, doubles as jet fuel. Whiskey for when you need to burn the memory of an ex out of your soul. Vodka and Coke for nostalgia's sake, teenage disco flashbacks included. Tap water for the pure and holy, and anyone pretending they don't drink on weeknights. Thank you for choosing this flight. Now fasten your seatbelt, secure your sense of humour, and prepare for a bumpy, brilliant ride. Below is your Scottish slang safety card. Read it before we hit turbulence. And that, my beautiful friends, is a guide for a ride. There's more to it, but that's just half of the guide for the ride. The rest is literally the glossary. So there we go. That's it. So I will see you all tomorrow. Now we've kind of got an idea of what we're maybe reading. I will see you all tomorrow and I'll choose a couple of snippets from chapters and I'll read them all. So maybe do 5 minutes each night. I'm not going to read every chapter. There's just absolutely no point in that. So anyway, I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I'll speak to you all soon. Okay, bye.